I want to talk to you about what being a marketing manager is like to me. And why I'm talking about this is because I work with a lot of younger people, and I think it's important to understand and change your perspective on how you do certain things as a marketing manager if that's what you're looking to do. I'm currently mentoring and coaching a marketing assistant, and the goal at the end of the year or a year and a half is that she will take my place as the marketing manager at my client. And then we hire in someone else, and then together they have the company has an internal marketing department, which is what I think most companies need. When you hit a certain level, I think like 13 to 15 million, 13 to 18 million in revenue every year. At that point, you really want to take a look at, do you have the abilities to bring in a marketing department and your own marketing team? Because then you'll have more control over when campaigns go out. You'll have more control over the types of content you can do. You'll save a lot of money. You'll be able to cultivate a culture internally rather than focusing on agencies to come in and kind of do all your stuff. You're having an internal marketing department capture the culture so that you can use that for recruiting purposes. You can use that to connect with customers better. Basically, you're improving the relationship between your brand and the customer, which is what marketing is about. Okay, so my marketing assistant right now has a lot of ideas, and she's very hungry, and I'm so excited for her because I was so hungry when I was her age, when I was starting off in marketing. So it's this really cool thing. She's in her early 20s, and she is just so hungry and has a great head on her shoulders. Very, very, very good characteristics. Very coachable, which is awesome. She wants to learn. She wants to improve. She wants to do better. And these are great attributes. And I've only seen this in a few young people. And I'm middle aged, which is weird to say. I don't know why I told you that. I look younger than what I am, basically. So when I say young, people are like, you look young. Well, yes, I look young, but I'm not as young as I look. Rabbit hole. Anyway, this girl is hungry, has ideas, wants to move forward, take action, wants to do all these things and just get it done, right? But there's a process when you're a marketing manager, especially if you're a marketing manager and you are directly reporting to the owners of a company. This is something that I didn't really understand or recognize when I was a W-2 employee. I had the naivete when it came to owners and them understanding marketing. They have so much other stuff going on. If you're a 13 to $18 million company and you're looking to grow and exceed and grow markets and grow revenue, there's a lot of stuff on your plate. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So what my marketing assistant is doing is she's been going to the owners. They're in a different state. So I'm doing fractional marketing manager work. So she can just go to the next office and there's the owner and throw an idea out at her. And I think the owner is just saying yes because she's got other stuff going on. She can't just focus in on this. So I had to kind of pull back and be like, hey, look, we need to go over this together because there are certain ways to approach ideas and present ideas in an effective manner when it comes to seeing if we can move forward on an idea or a campaign or a tactic or whatever. You can take a bite of the cow while it's grazing in the field, but it's probably not going to be a good experience. So what do I mean by that? If you have an idea and that you want to execute on, you can't take the cow from grazing in the field and put it right on the plate. There's a process to go through. You have to slaughter the cow. You have to section it out. You have to remove all the bad parts from it, right? section it out. Then you have to decide what cut of meat you're going to eat. Are you going to do ground beef? Are you going to have a steak? What type of steak are you going to have? There's so many different cuts. Decide on what type of steak you're going to have. Then you need to decide on how you're going to execute it, how you're going to cook it. And then you're going to have to decide on what types of things you want to add to it to make it better, or if you're just going to have a plain. And then you have to enjoy it. So what is the user experience going to be throughout the entire process of this idea? What are the roadblocks that you're going to come up with? What questions do you need to ask? What information do you need to present to the owner? What data are they going to want? Why should we move forward with this idea? What could be the benefits of moving forward with this idea? There's so much information that needs to go into an idea and the presenting of this idea to an owner, because they want to be able to digest and understand what the components of this idea are, what the ramifications of a failure might be, or what the ROI is going to be. It really comes down to ROI. What is the ROI of this idea? So she had this idea and she's like, Jackie, the customer said, yeah, the owner said yes. And the owner said yes, and let's move forward. And I'm like, whoa, hold on here. You're trying to take the cow from grazing in the field and putting it right onto a plate. There's all of these other things that have to go into presenting an idea to an owner. And that is part of the learning process of understanding how to effectively run marketing campaigns and what all needs to go into marketing campaigns. I think you need to ask why 5 times. Understand, really dig in. Things do not happen instantaneously in the marketing world. I've been going back and forth with another client trying to get a yard sign completed. And between getting it designed and having 3 different options for them to choose, and then them choosing the option, and then going with a printer and trying to get an estimate from all these different printers. So there's a lot of back and forth. This process has been like 4 weeks. Things are not instantaneous in the marketing world. Now, if you have a marketing department internally, you have a lot more control. You can get a campaign out within a week if you have a good thought process and have it laid out, and you have the people to support building the content for those things. But things go slow in the marketing department, and we really need to slow down. And which is why I suggested that she slow down and think about all these other steps that have to go into the process. Think about all these other things that might go wrong. What are the things that are going to go right? How does this improve the efficiency, the effectiveness of the marketing department? What are the things that we need to know from a legal standpoint? Are there things that we need to worry about from a legal standpoint? What does that look like? What happens if we don't do this? So there's a lot of ideas that there's a lot of questions that need to be answered before you present an idea to the owner of the company. And I think that this comes down to effective communication. And this is one of the things, if you watch my earlier video, one of the biggest lessons that I learned, or one of the biggest mistakes that I made, I was not effectively communicating a lot of these things that I was doing. I was just doing them because I saw a need. I was in a position to just get them done. I would do the research. But if I had effectively communicated with the owners of the companies I worked at, from a W-2 standpoint, I think there probably would have been a different reaction to some of the ideas that I had. And I had a lot of ideas. And here's another thing about ideas. I think that, well, I can do another video on this, but like holding an idea to yourself is doing yourself a disservice and doing the company a disservice, or doing whoever a disservice. You have a unique perspective on things, and you should be sharing your ideas. I think you should share more ideas. It's taken me so long to understand the value of an idea. And an idea doesn't serve me if it's for a different brand or different company or whatever. It's not on me to hold that back. I need to release it. I need to release it to the customer, release it to the prospect, release it to a company, and let them make the decision whether it's a good or bad idea. It's not on me to decide if it's a good or bad idea. That is an injustice that needs to be corrected in this world. We need to share more ideas and then not take the ideas personally if it's a no. If it's a no, it's a no. Okay, no is a 2-letter word. It's so tiny and small, it doesn't matter. But if I don't share the idea, it's always going to be a no, right? And if I don't share an idea, well, that could be a disservice and, it could devalue who I am and what I have the ability to do. So definitely share ideas if you're a marketing manager or have a want to be a marketing manager, but make sure that you're breaking down your ideas in an effective manner and then presenting an idea fully fleshed out, or as fleshed out as you can, to the owner of your company or to a client or to a prospect or to a company that you'd like to work at. Oh my goodness. If you're in school and there's a company that you want to work at and you have an idea, you see them a way for them to improve a process or efficiency, or, hey, have you thought about this? And you present them this idea that's fleshed out, could you get hired on? I don't know. But if you don't share the idea, it will always be no. So I hope this video helped you out. Thank you for allowing me to share it. I think it's a really good lesson to learn about ideas and breaking them apart. If you need help with this or want to learn more, or if there's any way I can help you, let me know. Drop a comment. And I love to interact with people on the comments. And if I can help you out, I would love to help you out. I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching this video.